Live. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to minimize this screen really fast so we can pull up. I can pull up the assignment over here. Okay. So for number 1, we'll just start at the beginning. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to open my quiz. Hang on. Still looking in the review.
Okay, so I had that crazy weekend with the broken down cars and then the puking kids and all that good stuff. So can I tell you all a funny story?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is live, remember?
Oh, I don't care. Nobody ever watches them. Anyway, I look like a mess. I'm sorry. It's because I am a mess. But anyway, we lived at this place for 7 years, and we went back to visit for a wedding, and it's the first time we've been back. And I was like always having babies, and I was like 60 pounds overweight, and I was super excited about going back because I could like kind of strut my stuff a little bit. I know it sounds so prideful, and I was super excited about wearing heels because I never wore heels when I lived there. And anyway, I was like the Relief Society president and Young Women's, and I was on all these things, and I just felt like I was in the time in my life where looks didn't count. So it was really important for me to like go over there and look like, you know, awesome. So I'm wearing like 6-inch heels in the chapel, and I lean in to wave at the choir that's practicing to like say hi to some old friends. And my daughter, who has the exact same mentality as me because she's my daughter, is also wearing these really tall heels, and we're both in pencil skirts. And she leans in and puts her foot between my foot and takes me down. And I fell and I had like a chair in my hand. I don't know where I think it was a chair that the deacon sits in when he like closes the doors for sacrament or something. Anyway, I like threw the chair like across and over the pew, and then came down and landed in the aisle next to the middle pew, the middle back row. And I was totally laid out, like flat on my back, in my heels and my pencil skirt. And like everybody stopped and somebody yelled, "Somebody help them!" And my daughter was in between my legs. I don't know how that happened, but she like did old flip-de-doo too. She tried to stand up and fell down again. And then the missionaries went to her, and I got some like really old white-headed fat bald guy that came to help me. Anyway, and like they were like, "How can we help you?" I'm like, "Get me out of the chapel as fast as you possibly can." And I didn't say goodbye to anybody. I just ran away. So lesson learned is that you should not be prideful and like think that you're like all that.
Just wear flat shoes.
Not. Yeah. So never wearing 4-inch heels again in that building ever. 6-inch heels or whatever. But yeah, it was pretty graceful.
Well, you didn't break any bones or anything.
I didn't break any bones, but my pride is extremely broken. like bad broken. And then we kept getting these random texts because not everybody was there. It was kind of in between meetings. And so then like 3 hours later, we kept getting this text like, "Hey, I heard you did a dive roll across the back of the chapel," like from people I didn't hardly even know. Like, anyway, it was mortifying, but
That's not fun.
okay.
Okay, and I'm a little bit annoyed because I just opened up the group quiz, and he said it was the same as the other one, and it's not the same.
It's a little different.
It's very close. It's very close.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I didn't do this one. I did the one. Does that make sense?
There are only 2 questions, I think, that are different.
Okay, because I was like, the first question looked
Just the
different.
first 2, yeah.
Okay, all right, good.
Okay, and I haven't even opened that up.
Okay, so you're with me, Lee. Good.
Yeah. I'm starting on the preparation assignment because that's as far as I could get this week. So, okay,
So
number 1.
They're saying it's the same.
Yeah. And I'll open it up in just a minute. So number one, what is the name of the important statistical result that guarantees that the sampling distribution of the sample mean X bar will be normal if the sample size is large? So I just put the CLT.
Yeah.
You probably want to open up your quiz because otherwise we're not all going to be on the same page.
Are we doing the quiz now, or are we doing the...
Well,
It's the same thing.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Okay, let me open it up.
There wasn't really a separate part 1, part 2.
No.
It was just this review.
Okay, it's thinking. Hold on. Sorry, I should have had it opened up. Okay, group meeting. Start. Yes, I want to start. Okay, so that would be.
So the
Do you
first
guys
two
want
that
to
are,
start? Do you want to start with number 1 then, or with the one that's different?
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Well, those ones, the central limit and the law of large numbers, number 1 and 2, don't seem to be on the group quiz.
right, but everything else is the same.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I'm just kind of rearranging my windows here. One more pull, and then I think I'll have all my words showing. This is Phoebe. She is my puker. Okay, number 3. Which of the following variables is or are categorical? So does that go back to question number whatever?
Yeah, number 3.
There's 3 on the other one, too.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. So many windows I have to have opened here. Okay, I put age in years and of a randomly selected vehicle in a parking lot. Because I felt like number 1 was quantitative, the number of animals in a local zoo, and then I guess a randomly selected brand of toothpaste. I don't know. I put not applicable, but I guess it could be C as well.
Well, this answer it can't be B.
Anything that is
C. It could only be.
right. Anything that is a brand is categorical.
Yeah.
So toothpaste for sure.
So toothpaste for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let me write that down. A brand or a label.
Mm-hmm.
So age in years. So categorical is not age in years of a randomly selected vehicle. So what would that be?
See, because it says age in years. So if you think about it, they're talking about.
Like how old? That's like a measurement, right?
It's a measurement. So if you because on the practice one, it was like it was worded a little bit differently, but
right.
So I totally bombed that one. Awesome.
Just review the difference between categorical and
No, this one was hard for me too. On the other one, I wasn't sure. I was like, I know it's B for sure, and C was questionable. But then when I opened up the quiz and it wasn't an option to be B and C, then I was like, oh, well, it's given. Right. It has to be just B.
Yeah.
C was a little bit confusing to me also.
Okay, so the answer is a randomly selected brand of toothpaste at the convenience store. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Thank you, Corey, for having difficulties along with me. The mean IQ test score for the United States is 100. The 20 randomly selected statistics students took an IQ test. The mean score was 112. Which of the following statements is true? Does anybody want to do this one?
Yeah, I'll do it. It's so 100 is a parameter. And 112 is the statistic. Is that what you guys
Right.
Yeah.
So we just have to remember I don't know, the definition. The statistic is the
Yeah. So this.
Well,
what they
I remember that when they said the population is the parameter and the sample is the statistic. So like the
Yeah.
SSPP.
Yeah.
What did I have?
So then it makes it easier to remember which is which.
So 100 is the parameter. We all agree, right?
Yes.
And
12
112 is
is
the statistic.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to mark all that apply.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
112 is the statistic. Okay. Anybody want to take number 5?
I'll take it. Rotham City has 4 distinct neighborhoods. The property values are very similar within each neighborhood. They vary considerably from neighborhood to neighborhood. One neighborhood has very low property values and another has extremely high property values. Property taxes are usually roughly proportional to the property values. What type of sample should we collect to gauge the residents' responses to a proposed increase in property taxes? And so I put a stratified sample.
Mm-hmm.
So
I put stratified as well, but then I got confused because I feel like the next one is stratified too.
I don't think that matters. It's not, but it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter because I had stratified as 2 different ones. I think it didn't necessarily say there was going to be one of each.
right.
But I think they're trying to. This was confusing to me because it was like property taxes are usually roughly proportional to the property values. What type of sample should we collect to gauge the residents' response to a proposed increase in property taxes? So they want the overall response, because I was thinking maybe they want like this neighborhood's response or this neighborhood's response, but they want the overall response, so stratified works, right?
But I think they have to divide it up into different groups, those different neighborhoods, and
Yeah.
then the samples. No,
Yeah,
so that's what tells us that it's stratified when it's divided up into different groups and then a sample from each of those groups, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. We're dividing them into 4 groups, and then they want to sample each of the groups, and
Yeah.
to do that
that
is
way they'll have
stratified.
each group represented equally.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Anybody who hasn't gone yet, or is it my
I
turn?
can do this one.
Okay.
When designed experiments are conducted in a public school system, researchers typically choose a particular district and randomly select teachers of, say, 4th grade students in that district. The experiment is then conducted using all the students in the selected classes. Which type of sampling scheme is implemented? And I put that's I don't even have 5 different ones.
I put cluster.
Cluster. Yeah, I put cluster.
Okay.
It just threw me off when I saw that there was 5 answers. I'm like, what is one do I not know about? The voluntary response?
Yeah, that's the convenience. I
Okay.
believe that's the convenience sample.
Okay, why did you put cluster? Because I put cluster on the first one and stratified on this one.
Because
Okay.
The word all.
They check because so I wrote this. I had to like write it down in words like as I read the problems. So I wrote, okay, so you have one district, and then they randomly select teachers. So in that district, they pick individual teachers, but in each of those teachers, they do their whole class.
so they
So
choose
it's
just
not-
one of the 4 clusters.
I think the key words, it says using all items in a randomly selected cluster. So
Yeah.
Right. So they took all the students in like 4 classes instead of taking like 8 students from each class.
Right.
So like 8 students from each class would be stratified because there's some taken from everywhere. But this is they took all of them in one, so they took 3 classes and took all of the kids from that class instead of doing 8 students from each class in the district or whatever.
Right.
Oh, got it.
So they grouped them all together and tested everyone in that group. So in the class or how it is grouped.
Okay,
So
so
cluster is a group basically, so they do everything in a group would be a cluster test. So all in a group is cluster.
right, that makes sense now. I seem to get those 2 mixed up. I need to fix that on my notes.
Right, but that's kind of the way I try to think of it. It's like, a cluster is a group of things together. So if they do the whole group, then it would be a cluster. And then stratified is a few from each.
So the next one, at a school fundraiser, the name of every person who attended was entered into a drawing. At the end of the evening, 6 names were selected to review the door prizes. Which type of sampling scheme was implemented? And then this one I just put the SRS,
Yeah.
the simple random sampling.
I put the voluntary one, the convenience one, because I feel like it was just easy, right? I mean, it's at a school fundraiser. Okay, let's just. Oh, maybe not.
But it's like the drawing one. Everyone is in, and it's just randomly selected who comes out. So it's the same as like putting all the names in a computer and like it generating random.
And I don't understand how convenience works then.
I don't know.
The convenience, I think, is just, well, I don't know.
That was the one. That was the one. If you're like standing on campus and everyone who walked by you, you just ask them a question.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but what Sarah's saying is that it was convenient that.
But everyone was put in.
Yeah, and it was for a drawing for everyone at the fundraiser. I get
That's
it.
what I would think. Your population is people at the fundraiser.
Right, so it's everyone. If everyone is included in your drawing from everyone, then that has to be like the simple random, right?
Okay.
Whereas like the voluntary is just like if people walked by and you asked, 40 out, I don't know. Like that's the convenience one. I think they said they very rarely use.
Convenience of the same scenario would be somebody just walked around and collected names of whoever came to their booth or whoever
Right,
they happen to walk by.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll do number.
Go ahead.
Or are you ready to move on?
Oh my gosh, I'm not even marking these. I'm so. Okay, go ahead and read the next one.
Special interest group is conducting a survey regarding wolves in Yellowstone National Park. To adequately gauge opinions on both sides of the political spectrum, the researchers took the list of registered Democrats and selected a simple random sample of 100 people. Then they took a list of registered Republicans and selected a simple random sample of 100 people. Which type of sampling scheme was implemented? I put stratified. I thought it was the same. Am I wrong?
I had stratified also.
I had stratified.
Okay.
Sarah?
Yeah.
What did you have stratified also? On that
Yeah,
one?
stratified as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants to do number 9?
I'll just keep going. A survey was taken of purchases at the Crossroads. Open the data file Crossroads purchases and use this data to answer questions 9 through 11. I'm hoping I did this right because this is where I got messed up before. But using software, calculate the mean of these data. I got 4.771.
Me too.
Yep.
Okay. So just to clarify, because I'm not good at SPSS, is that when you guys go to the top and you analyze, click on analyze, and then explore? And then,
Yeah.
Okay. So I was doing that right. I wasn't sure. I thought that was how we did it, but.
I just got thrown off by the word calculate. I was like, what am I supposed to calculate? Like we're just pushing buttons, pushing numbers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was the mean, right?
Yeah.
Mean of 4.771. Yeah.
So,
okay, so then the standard deviation, I got 1.912.
Yeah, me too.
Because that's just on the chart that out, and we just look at those numbers, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And did you guys create a histogram? I did.
Yes.
I didn't save it. I just did it and left
Me
it.
too.
All right.
Okay. So, is it my turn?
Yeah, sure.
Jessica Muir and the research team measured the body temperatures of a sample of diving elephant seals. A thermostat was placed in a specific location on the seal to measure its body temperature. The body temperature of seals tends to decrease as they dive. The researchers estimated the typical body temperature of each seal at the time they initiate the dive and called this the representative temperature of the seal. Blah, blah, blah. Thermistors were placed in the hepatic sinus of the 4 seals. Hepatic sinus of the 4 seals, sorry. The seal's body temperature at the start of the dive was calculated to be blah, 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 blah. Use this table to answer the following questions. What is the value of the number that goes in the position A in the table above? Round it to 3 decimal places. So let me pull my answer up. I got, where'd it go? I got negative 0.0168.
I got negative 1.65.
That's what I got.
Oh boy, I got negative 1.075. All right.
Okay, how did everyone get their number, I guess?
I did 37.91, which was Bodil's temperature, minus 38.075, which is that the mean? Where did I get that number? Oh my
You
goodness.
added all 4 of them together.
Oh,
Yeah.
it didn't ask us for the mean, right? We just had to come up with the mean.
Right, you had to figure that out in order to figure it out, yeah.
So what did you guys get for your mean?
38.075.
Okay, that's what I got. So maybe I just did my math wrong.
Math error. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was making sure it was just a math error, not.
Did you do?
Oh, I got 38.078, but I just did it again and I got 38.075.
Oh, it is
for
negative 0.165. Yeah, just a math error.
So I guess we have to. I've like tried to remember to do all of my math twice.
Good idea. Me too.
Okay, so it is negative 0.165.
Yeah.
That's what I just got when I corrected it. Is that what everybody else got?
Yeah.
Negative 0.165. Okay, what is the value of the number that goes in position B? So I have to do this one again, just a second,
do it
because
again,
I got my calculation wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So 38. Is B 38.98? Is that the right? No, 37.25. 37.25. Take away 38.075 equals this negative 0.825, and then I square that.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So I just erased it. Dang it! Why did I do that? 0.825 squared. So 0.681.
Yeah.
Negative 0. It's a negative. Oh no, it's not negative anymore.
Right. Just 0.681 positive.
0.681.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get that also, Heather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody want to take the next one?
I can take that one. What quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers in the square deviation column? This one, okay, first I thought variance, but it's the variance, you have to take that number and divide it by the number minus 1.
Right.
So it's none, right?
Yeah,
it's
I put none as well.
Because they call the sum of all those, they just called the sum. And then you had to take that and manipulate it to make it the variance. Because I'd forgotten about that. It's been so long.
Uh-huh.
Did everyone else agree on that? Because I thought it was a little bit of a trick.
I chose the variance. I didn't think about that. So the variance would have been 1 minus the answer, 1 minus the total.
Is there?
It's like, how do you think?
It's the sum of all of those divided by n minus 1.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But is there a difference between the sample variance and the variance? Because I was thinking the same thing, and I thought, well, maybe the sum is the variance, but then the sample variance is the sum of all those divided by n minus 1.
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Wait, I'm sorry, what was that?
Is there a difference between the sample variance and just the variance?
I don't
know.
We didn't talk about variance that much. That was
no.
Let's see. I went back. I made notes on this because.
I wonder if somebody can go to the index. Remember that link for the index that was in the. Wasn't there a link that said follow this index? Or anyway, I don't want to X out of too many windows here, or I'm going to get in trouble.
I'm just typing it. I'm typing in sample variance in the search for the textbook.
Okay. The only variance I have is the variance is the square of the standard deviation. Like, that's the only thing I have in my notes about variance.
Me too.
And I kind of went back and looked at it because I'd forgot. You know what I mean? Like, when I came up with that question, I was like, oh, I kind of forgot about this. So I was trying to do some review.
It doesn't look like the word sample and variance ever come up
together.
They're all in different places, but not together. I think it's just variance.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
So do we agree that it's none, though? Because I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to trick us. Because it just says the quantity is equal the sum of the number of the square. Oh, what quantity? So none of those. The sum of them, they just call the sum.
Yeah.
It has to be none. I think they're trying to get us to say variance.
I think so, too.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody want to go next?
Sure. What is the standard deviation of these temperatures? And I got 0.715.
Mm-hmm.
And did you use SPSS for that, or did you?
No, I did it manually. I did go through later on and plug all the numbers in SPSS just to check myself, but I did it, you know, how they taught us to with all the math.
Okay. I think I did it both ways. I just had a question mark that I used SPSS.
No, I make dumb mistakes all the time, so if I can check myself, I definitely will.
I don't even know how. I must use SPSS because I don't know how else I got that number.
Okay. That was
I
just
got the same thing.
Yeah, we just took all the sum, right, and then we found the variance by doing the n divided by 1, and then we take the square root of that, and that will give you your standard deviation.
Yeah, that is probably what I did. I probably just didn't write it down because I did it on the calculator.
Okay.
Yeah. So 7.715 is what everybody got?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta go back to this window. Okay, next one. Under certain conditions, the standard deviation can be negative. I put false because you always square it. So,
right.
I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, anybody want to do the next one, or should I tackle it?
Do it if you want.
Wait, I'm gonna wait and help you guys with like the 20 through whatever. So.
All right, I'll go ahead and do it.
Wait, the numbers are off, right? Just all of a sudden I got.
Yeah, they are all off. I think. Yeah, so we're on number 17 on the computer, our group quiz, and
but it's
17 on the quiz.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I just thought, I was like, wait a second, how did I get in the wrong place? Okay, we're good.
I'll go for it. In the same study, the researchers placed thermistors in the 3 seals near their spinal cord and brain in the extradural vein. They placed thermistors in 6 other seals in their aorta, the largest artery in the body. Finally, they placed thermistors in 4 other seals in their hepatic sinus. The results from this study are summarized in the table below. Which location resulted in the most consistent temperature measurements from one seal to another? And I put the extradural because it had the smallest standard deviation. And remember, we learned that the smaller the standard deviation, the closer the data are together, like the less spread out.
That's what I got.
Is that what you guys got?
Yeah, I had the same thought.
Cool.
This is a tricky one. I can define standard deviation in my own words.
Oh.
I wrote, not really, but then I found something.
I mean, I wrote something on my thing. I wasn't sure if it was like right, but I wrote what I thought. So I think I can.
I just put it's the spread of the data collected.
Yeah, and I also put if it's small, then the data are closer together.
Yeah.
And I put it's the spread of the distribution from the mean.
Yes.
That would be the z-score.
No, the spread. Oh,
because the standard. What is it?
My answer says the measure of the spread in a distribution. So
the z-score is how many away from the mean is that value of the z-score, but then the standard deviation. So actually, because the z-score is like if you're looking for a percentage,
It's
like
how
over
many.
here from the mean.
Right.
And then the standard deviation is how many deviations away, or
So
the standard deviation
well, that's why I
is
use
how,
the distribution
how far the
word.
distribution goes. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. So the distribution I felt like went with the standard deviation. Right? Isn't that?
I think so.
Yeah. Distribution is the same, I guess, as the spread. It's just where the information is distributed in the plot.
Right.
Okay, who wants to take number 19?
I'll do it. The number of hours students spent studying for an exam were recorded. The data are represented by the box plot below. Use this box plot to answer 19 and 20. What is the third quartile? And I think it's 8.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what percentage of the data lies between 4 hours and 8 hours? Is it 50%?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I got. Is that what you got, Corey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they try to trick you with that because it's like all of the information there, but that's between 25 and
Right. That one got me for like
75.
10 minutes before I was like, duh. Yeah.
right.
And then you got 50%. Okay, so this is where it gets fun.
Yes.
Yes.
But you weren't
So
here yet, Sarah. Leah said she talked to Brother Richmond, so we can
Yeah.
use your help.
Just because I was like, I'm in charge this week and I have to understand this. So I was freaking out. So I called him, and I could read the whole thing to you, but basically I'm just going to, do you want me to read the whole thing? I'm sure you guys have read it like 5
No,
times.
yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
You've done
Okay,
it.
so basically what he told me to do was to take mu minus 25 sigma equals 159.
Wait, why 25? I'm confused.
Because that's the minimum between 159. So let me.
Wait, can you say that one more time?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it here.
Okay.
So mu minus 2 sigma equals 1.59. So do you see that right there?
Yeah.
Mu.
Wait,
It's
keep
backwards probably for you guys.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
But so that's the minimum, right? Is
Right.
the drinking supply is between that is the minimum, and then take mu plus 2 sigma equals 252.
Okay, that's what I did. Okay. I got it.
And then from there you draw a line underneath them like this, and then you add the equations together. So you end up with 2 because the 2 plus sigma cancels out, so you end up with 2 and then 4.1, what was it, 4.
Yeah, 6.5. I did this just a different way.
Right.
4.11 is what, I don't know, what was the, what did you say, Sarah?
Wait, 4.11. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at a different. My notes are a mess.
So then it looks like this, because the 2
Hang on.
sigma cancels out. Oh wait, I'm sorry, it was 2 mu. So then you divide by 2, cancel out the 2, divide by 2, and your mu, or your mean, I have to keep flipping around,
But I love that they never taught us this.
2.055. I know.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Well, we got
like
2.055.
That's what I got too. Is 2.05. I didn't do it this way,
I
but I
didn't
came
either.
up with it.
So
But I
how
wasn't sure I was
did
doing
you
it
guys
right.
do it? Because this was how he explained it to me.
Let me look at.
I just added 1.59 plus 2.52 and divided by 2.
That's what I did too, and I didn't know why. I couldn't understand why, but it made sense.
Well, I think because I thought that was the low mean and the high mean, and so I thought it was 2 of them, so I added them together and took the average.
Right,
You
that's
did
kind
the
of what I was
exact same
thinking.
thing. You added the 2 together and divided by 2.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right way or if I just got lucky, but that's what was my understanding that I was supposed to do. I don't know.
I felt like it had to be that way because the numbers they were giving us were both 2 standard deviations away. So if you went back 2,
Yeah.
then your middle point had to be the point right between the 2 of them.
Yeah. Me too.
So that was my thought.
Me too.
Okay.
Good.
So that's how it makes sense in the way they taught us. What Lee was showing us makes sense, but I was like, they didn't teach us to do that math formula.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and I think all he was exactly what you're saying. The standard deviation is the same, so it cancels out. You don't need it. But you still have to remember that there's 2 means to divide by. So, okay, so everybody agrees 2.055?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Estimate of standard deviation of measured nitrate concentration in Rexburg's drinking water. So with this one, I just plugged it back in. The U value I plugged back into that equation.
Yes.
Mu, I mean. So I have 2.055 minus 2 sigma equals 1.59.
Mm-hmm. And then you just solve
and then you just solve for
sigma.
Yeah.
Right.
And I got 0.2325.
I did not get that.
I got 0.233, but I did.
I got 233 too.
It's
Okay.
233 if you round up to the third.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we're on number 22, right? I'm looking at my notes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 21 in the notes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
21 in the notes.
Would you guys mind going through that with me again? Because I came up with 0.465, and that was...
No, you're right. I got 0.465, but you have to divide it by 2 because that was 2 sigmas and we only wanted to do 1. Does that make sense? Like it was 2 standard deviations away.
Oh.
Does that? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know.
Wait. So it says estimate the standard deviation of the measured nitrate. Okay, and I came up with.
You got 0.465, right?
Yes.
If you take 0.2055 minus 1.59, you get 0.465. But that was 2 standard deviations away from.
Oh.
Remember we talked about at the beginning. We were doing 2, so you only need 1 standard deviation. So you divide it by 2.
That's where I got tricked. Okay, so just the 0.465 divided by 2.
Yeah.
Right. To get 1 standard deviation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for being patient.
So that answer is 0.233. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so just to clarify, 21, 2.055, 22 is 0.233.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then between what 2 measured nitrate concentrations do approximately 68% of the data values lie? And I got the 1.822 and 2.288.
See,
Yeah.
and there is a trick answer because I used my 0.465, and there's the answer. But that's 2 standard deviations, so just the 1 is the bottom one you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. Just the 1 is 68% because the 2 would be 95%.
Okay.
But that was actually one of the answers, huh? That's interesting.
Yep. The one right above at 1.59 and 2.52 were exactly the numbers I came up with.
Incredible. Okay. Anybody want to go next?
Sure. What is the value of the mean of a standard normal distribution? And this one took me forever, but I finally found it in the textbook, and that's 0. And then the next one, too, what is the value of the standard deviation of a standard normal distribution? That's 1.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you for finding that because I was so confused by these questions. I'm like, what are they asking us?
Me too. This one took me forever until I finally found one dumb little sentence in the textbook.
And how dumb is that that's like in my notes, I think, even.
He says it in his video several times.
I have it right here. Standard normal distribution. Normal distribution is 0. Standard deviation is 1. Like I
found it last
in
week
my
too.
notes.
Do you remember what week was?
Let me see.
Oh, I found it too. Like from the
That's
first
funny
week or something.
Yeah, but even have it written in my notes, and I still wasn't like. I guess what they were asking. I was looking at that problem. Like
Me
I was
too, and then
the answer to that problem.
Me too. But no.
Well, and if you think about it too, with the normal applet, it has to add up to 1. You know, it's all under 100%.
That's
It's
true.
all
I
under-
was just applying that question to those questions to the problem before, and I'm like, it's the same answers as I thought. You know, what I mean, I was looking at like 20 and 21. I thought they were looking for the same numbers. I'm like, why do they want the same numbers? Okay, so the standard distribution mean is 0, and the deviation is 1.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
Everybody's good?
Yes.
Okay, so for me, the next 3, 26, 27, 28, I was lost. I could not come up with anything. So
I had number 26. I guess I have 24. I have do again written next to my answer, so I didn't like my answer. I don't know why, but
so hopefully you guys can help me out here.
so I didn't
Sarah,
get
do
it.
you want to take that one?
Sure. I'm not going to read the big thing if that's okay.
That's fine.
Just throw out the numbers, the mean,
Okay.
deviation. That's
Right. We're on 26, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score above 542.3 on the GMAT? So this one was the hardest question on the stupid thing for me. But I think it finally clicked because I'm like, how? It's not giving me, it's not giving me. Yes. And here's what I'm thinking. 542 is the mean, right? That is the right in the middle, the 0. So I'm thinking 50% on this side, 50% on this side. So above, that they're going to do better, it's going to be 50%. So that's why it says rounded to the nearest 10th, 0.5. Does that make sense?
That's
So
what I got.
50% of the people are going to do better than that average score, and 50%.
Oh, duh.
I'm like, I was so mad.
That's what I got.
I had that thought, but I didn't think that it was right. So
That
I
one,
didn't even
this one
have
killed
that
me.
thought. Because I was looking, I'm like,
where you
there's no
highlight
number.
too.
I'm like, there's no number to subtract
I
from.
know,
What
it was
number are we
killing
supposed
me.
to subtract from?
I had to put it way- Yeah.
My next step
Well,
is
I
I was
just
going to
put-
subtract that number from that number. Like
You
that's
told
where
me
I
it did. I'm like, but it's 0.
yeah, I did that too.
Well,
Zero
but
doesn't
I
work.
just plugged 0 into the normal probability thing, and then I highlighted above the mean.
And did it say 50%?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's smart.
I didn't know that.
I didn't think about that.
Oh.
Okay, so it's 50. Round to the nearest 10th.
No,
So-
I put 0 as the z-score, not the
Oh,
probability.
okay. I was like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, 0 is the z-score, and then you get a probability.
Oh,
of
you're
Because
right.
the
There
z-score
you
would
go.
be 0. Right.
Okay.
0 divided by 120 would be 0.
That would have worked too.
And then you stick that in for the probability. Okay, so our answer is 0.5.
0.5. Right?
Okay.
That's the nearest 10th, right? Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, I lost you
Yes.
guys. I have a tab that's open and I cannot find you.
Oh no, we can hear you.
Minimize the tab. We're probably.
You don't have to see us. There's nothing to see.
I know, I'm just trying to X out of all the dumb tabs that I have like open right now. So okay, here we go. So that was 0.5. Can you guys see
Do you
me
guys
now?
do 0.5 or just do 0.5?
I always just do 0.5 when I get them right, but I'm sure doing the 0.5 doesn't matter
I
either.
just feel like the point gets lost. Like I can't be sure there's a point there unless I put a 0 in
That's
front.
fine.
I prefer 0.5. but
I'm just lazy.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So what is
oh, go ahead.
What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score 600 on the GMAT round to the
600. That's the word.
3 decimal places? I got. What did I get? Oh, what number is this? What number is this on the quiz? On the is it
25.
25. So I got 0.316.
No, that's the one before
That's
that.
the above, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, can you guys? I don't know why I was struggling with this because I feel like we just did this, but
Yeah.
can you just like tell me? Was it the
low.
600 minus the 543?
Divided by 120.54. Did you get that?
Yeah.
And then so you get 0.479, and when you plug that in the applet, when it wants to know below, then you just highlight the
To the
left
left.
of the line. And if it wants above, then you highlight to the right of the line, and that'll give you the probability.
Which I did, and I don't know why.
What did you get?
I got 0.3160.
I got that one for
That's the next one. That's
28.
the
Yeah,
next one.
for the
That's
above.
above.
Yeah.
Below, I got 0.684.
Oh, wait, because
Yeah,
it's
me
not
too.
negative. It's positive. Oh, got it. Okay, so PV equals 0.6840. Done. So
That's
then you
below.
swap it the other way around. Got it.
Okay,
I forgot
good.
about the negative.
Okay, Heather, do we have you yet, or are you still?
No, because was it the
Right?
next one? Oh, okay.
Did you get your z-score to be 0.479?
Yes.
Okay, so go to your applet and plug that in. I will too.
Okay. Where's my
And let's say that we're going to do the below, the first one first. So you make sure that you're not highlighted to the right of the line, just everything to the left of that 0.479.
Okay, and I have
0.684?
684.
Yes. And then for the below, you just highlight everything to the right of that line.
You mean above? Wait.
Yeah, above or to the right.
Okay, yeah.
And I just subtracted it from 1.
Yeah, that's cool too.
Okay, and I know how to do that. I just don't know why it wasn't coming up. So your final answer?
I always do it more than once too. That's another, like, I always double check
Me too.
myself because I can forever get different numbers.
Yeah.
So you got 0.684, or am I missing something?
Yeah, 0.684 is the below.
Okay. I don't know what the problem is.
Number 27 is 0.60684. And
Yes.
then 28 is 0.316.
Yes.
And that's
Okay.
the above.
Okay, I don't know what I was missing there, because I know how to do that. I do.
Right. You might have been tired, or
I'm going to keep going because I only have 29 and 30. I didn't make it to 30. I didn't make it all the way through. So I'm going to need your guys' help on those ones.
well, one of them's not on here anyways. There's only 3 more questions.
Oh, good. So I was on a roll, but I just didn't have time for it all this go around. Okay. Find the GMAT score that corresponds with the 10th percentile, round to the nearest whole numbers. So I got 461.
I got 388.
I also got 388.
Wait, but which number? But sorry, I'm not even looking.
29 on the computer and 27 on our paper.
Wait,
Okay.
I think I skipped this one, and the answer for the next one is that one.
Yeah, because that's one of the answers. That's one of my answers. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, I did. I skipped this one.
Okay, so the 10th percentile, I need to make sure I got these because I have all those numbers. I just don't, because the numbers don't match up. I'm not sure which one's which. So the 10th percentile was the 387.76.
Yeah, and you just have to round up, so it's 388. Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't even, thank you. I didn't even read that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so is what you guys did, you typed in 0.1 into the top applet and got the z-score and solved for x?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so when you do that, do you mind if I do it really fast?
Yeah, go for it. I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back.
Okay, so when we put that in, our z-score is negative 1.282, right?
Yes.
So negative 1.282 equals x, take away 542.3 divided by 120.54.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I'm going to do negative 1.282 times 120.54 plus 542 is that 0.3? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the x equals 387.7. So the score is in the 10% percentile is 388.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Okay.
And then the
Every
next
once
one you
in a
do.
while, I'm like, okay, go for it.
The next one you do for 90th percentile, so we do the same thing. We put in 0.9 into the applet, and you get just the opposite. Like you get,
Same number positive, right?
yeah, that's what I meant, the opposite. You get the same number positive, so 1.282, and then you do the same math problem with the positive, and you come up with 696.8.
Yeah, which rounds to 697.
Yep, that's what I got.
Good job.
Okay, wait. This is I for some reason when I cut and pasted the exam or the word problems, I didn't go there. So okay, so for the 90th percentile, we do the exact same thing. We do 0.9 in the applet, right?
Yeah.
For the p-value. And the answer that we get is the positive 1.282.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause it all should be highlighted. With the 90th, you basically should have almost the whole thing highlighted, right, with the blue. And your number should be 1.282 at the bottom.
Okay, so that equals x take away 542.3 over 120.54.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys are so patient. 2 times 120.54 plus 542.3 equals, wow, I got a really big number. That's not right. 1.282 times 120.54 plus 542.3 equals 696. 690, so it would be 697.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever I
Okay.
do my math, it's kind of tedious, but I break it down into each part of it, as opposed to putting it all into the calculator, just because I'm kind of like.
Oh yeah, I feel like my calculator does weird things, so I have.
Right, I double check every math. Like I'm like, okay, first I'm gonna divide, I'm gonna times this, and then I'm gonna add this, and I do just like one step at a time, just so I don't have like input errors. But that's just me, because.
Okay, so the first quartile, that's the 4.61.
Okay,
461.
Or
I couldn't come up
461,
with these
yeah.
answers, so I need your help on 31.
All right, it's the same as we just did. We know the first quartile means 25th percentile. So just
Okay.
put 0.25 and then do the exact same calculations that we've been doing.
Oh, okay. So 2.5. Oh, so to find, so they just tricked me.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
wordage.
They
Uh-huh.
say the 25th percentile.
Right, they said the first
Okay,
quartile.
so do the math for 31 using 0.25 and for
Right.
32. Okay.
And then 32 is 0.75.
You guys don't have to help me. I can do that. Okay. That
Okay,
makes
so
sense. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
For 32,
Oh,
did you all get
will you guys just tell me your final answers so when I do the math, I make sure I have the.
Yeah.
461 is, oh, that was, I'm sorry, that was before, 624.
That's for 32. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 31. Yeah.
Yeah.
624 is for the third quartile?
Yeah, and the first was 461.
461. Okay, all right. I'll put that over on the side and do my math and make sure I come up with those answers.
Those are the same that I got.
Good.
This is where I stopped, so help out.
Okay.
Whoever wants to go next.
I can. Consider a simple random sample of 15 students taking the GMAT. What is the mean of the distribution of sample mean scores for all such samples? Let me go to my paper. So, you just plug it in. You've got standard deviation is equal to 120.54, because we know that is the sigma, divided by 15, which is our sample, and that equals 8.036. Anybody else get that answer?
Wait, so consider the sample. What is the mean of the distribution of sample mean scores?
This is asking for the sample mean. And so,
Isn't that the same? Isn't that the question we ran into before?
That's what I thought, but now I'm questioning myself.
Remember the mean was the same? The sample mean and the mean?
543.
sorry. I was doing the one below that one. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, oh.
I was
Sorry,
confused. I was like,
I
wait,
was
did
reading it on the paper, and sorry. Yes, it's 542.3, right?
Okay, okay, yes.
Sorry. I did the next one, too.
Okay, does that make sense, Lee? Do you got that?
Yeah. That's what
Okay.
I was working
I was doing the standard deviation because they're not broken up on.
Yes, it's all in one. It's all in one
Yes,
problem on the other.
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and so for the standard deviation, because it's the sample, right, from the sample mean, I did 120.54 divided by n, which is 15, and got 8.036.
Okay, I got something different.
I did
Okay.
too. So, but I don't know what I did. So let me do.
On my math, I took sigma divided by the square root of n to get the standard deviation.
Is it supposed to be the square root of n?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I don't have my square root
found
there.
that in my notes somewhere.
Okay, good.
It's 542.3, which is which is the mean, divided by the square root of 15, and then we end up with 1.
Wait, it's not the mean. It's supposed to be the standard
number.
deviation divided by the square root of the number. So it should be
number.
120.54
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
divided by 15 squared.
I was
Yeah.
trying to get the
So
standard.
31.123 is what I had.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
what I
Sorry.
Okay.
Caught me on that.
I actually had it right. Wow, I had a question mark by that. So
So 34 is the standard deviation divided by the square root of 15?
yes,
Yeah.
So 120.54?
yes,
Okay, I did that one wrong.
because you're taking a standard deviation to find a standard deviation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're taking the population standard deviation to find your sample deviation.
Oh, you guys, I'm worried about this test. And I want to take it today and get it out of the way.
Me
I
too.
know. Well, I was thinking that I'm like, if I wait till tomorrow afternoon, then I don't even have time to prepare for Thursday.
Yeah.
Right,
And it's all in my
beforehand.
head. When I go to sleep, it all disappears, so I'm going to do it today.
Yeah, I
know,
think
I'm
I
just-
am too.
Garrett
I
to
was
do it.
retarded and I did like almost all of the assignment before this, and then I was like, wait, it's test. What am I doing? So that's why I didn't get everything done, because I've got half the stupid assignment done for Thursday.
Oh, good for you.
See, I haven't even opened that yet.
Me
I always
neither.
do
I
this
can't
first.
until I take the test, yeah.
And that's why I'm always up to like midnight on Wednesday trying to prep for Thursday because I procrastinate. Or I get it all done Tuesday and then I take the day off.
And then, me too.
I feel like I'm ahead of things, and all of a sudden that Wednesday gets busy, and then that's like Wednesday afternoon. I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't do that yet. Okay, so 35.
Yeah.
What is the probability that the sample mean GMAT score for the SRS of n equals 15 students will be greater than 600?
So X equals 600 greater than 600?
So you have to do, you do that problem. So that's what we just did, right? Oh, did we do that yet?
No, this
No,
is the Z-score.
The Z-score.
So it's
Okay,
600
so
minus
600 minus 542.3 divided by 120.54 divided by the square root of 15.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for that, I got, I think if I'm looking in the right place, 1.854.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have to plug that in as your Z-score.
Right.
And then the probability for that I got is 0.032.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God.
Wow, okay.
So was the Z-score 18539
Yeah, so
Yes.
1.854.
or 18854?
Yeah, when you round it, 854.
Yeah.
1 point. Oh wait. So you're saying, hold on. I gotta get my cool probability thing out. Oh, why does it do that? Okay, so. Okay, so then they want to know below, so it's 96.9681.
It's greater. They want to know greater.
Oh, they want to know greater. Okay, hold on. So.
And make sure when you redo your highlight.
0.0319.
Yes, 0.32.
Okay. So the p-value is 0.31 or 0.0319 or 032. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
0.032. Yeah. Should we run through and just like spit out the answers? So we
Yeah,
make
can you
sure-
guys do me a favor? Can you go back to 8? I did have a question on this one. I had stratified as my answer, but I wasn't sure why it was stratified, and I also got SRS. I ended up picking stratified, but can you talk me through that one, if you mind?
Yeah, let me read it. It's because they grouped them first.
Okay.
They grouped them into Republicans and Democrats
Because
first.
they took them, it's not all random because they grouped them first. So if they had just put them all together and pulled 200 out,
Yeah.
then it would be SRS. But
Okay,
because they
thank
took
you.
them and grouped them, then it
All
has
right.
to be stratified.
Must have
That's
been what I
my-
was thinking, but okay.
That's
Good.
my interpretation of it because they say simple random. It doesn't. They don't take anything into account. It's
All right.
just everyone.
All right, cool. Thank you. That's good.
Okay,
really
so
So should we run
I'll-
through all the answers?
yeah, I'll read through them.
Okay.
Number 1 and 2 are true. Which of the following variables is categorical? A randomly selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store. Number 4, the mean IQ test score for United States is 100. 20 randomly selected. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Don't read the questions. Yeah.
Just read the
Yeah,
answers.
so number 4 is 100 is parameter and 112 is statistic. Number 5 is a stratified sample. 6 is a cluster sample. 7 is a simple random sample. 8 is a stratified random sample. 9 is 4.771. 10 is 1.12 or 1.192.
1.912.
1.192.
No. 1.912.
Okay. 1.912. Sorry, that was probably my bad. 1.912. Is that right?
Yeah.
11, true. Honey, you have to wait. I'm almost done. 12 is negative 0.165. 13 is 0.681. 14 is none of these. 15 is 0.715. 16 is false. 17 is extradural. 18 is true. 19 is 8. 20 is 50. 21 is 2.055. 22 is 0.233. 23 is 1.822 and 2.288. 24 is 0. 25 is 1. 26 is 0.5. 27 is 0.684. 28 is 0.316. And 29 is 388. 30 is 397.
Wait. What?
Got 697.
Sorry, 697. Yeah, good. Just checking to see if you're listening. 31 is 461. 32 is 624. 33 is 542.3. 34 is 31.123. 35 is 0.032.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Everyone feel good about everything?
Yep. All right. I don't want to submit it until I get all my answers written down, so I can go over them all with the tutors. When you submit it, will you let you open it back up again
Yeah.
Yeah.
to see the details?
We got
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I submitted it.
Oh, good. Yay.
Good job, guys. I'm impressed.
Okay.
Now, if we could all do that on the test.
For real.
We should take the test together.
I know. That'd be nice.
Well,
But
and
it
the
makes
tests
me-
are heavily weighted. So.
I
It
know.
makes me feel good, though, that for the most part, we all had the same answers on that. So
Yeah.
I think we're kind of all getting it. It was
I think so
mostly,
too.
like, numerical errors.
I just, that's what I said. I've got to
definitely
be
have
careful and check the little things.
But
Yeah.
it's like the things like that standard, that normal, whatever, the mean and the standard deviation that I had in my notes and couldn't find. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm scared about. But I'm
I
like,
know. And like, I wonder if he's going to throw stuff about QQ plots and stuff like that that wasn't even on the review. I don't know. Anything's fair game, I guess.
I'm still scared about the whole quantitative and categorical.
Yeah, that one's hard. They really find those. It's tricky sometimes
Yeah.
whether it's a quantitative or not. But I guess just gotta do
Anyway.
your best, right?
Yeah.
So we'll chime in on Thursday with our assignment, and we'll either be really happy about our test or really sad.
Yeah.
I know. I know. My husband was telling me, he's like, you just have to get a C. Like, why are you worrying about it?
Oh,
That's what mine says too.
mine too.